In terms of milk, milk is actually more complicated than most folks might think because of all of its various components that it's broken into for trade access purposes. But a product that was formerly under very few, if any, tariffs has now been reclassified by the Canadians that takes that previously good-to-go product and now puts them in a very highly tariff-treated category. And so by the switching of the categories,
or certain kinds of milk only?
No, a particular part of the milk component. And so overall, the position we've been in for some time with the Canadians is that they've had much better overall access to the U.S. market, which is a much bigger, larger, cash-driven market by far than the Canadian market for milk and all of its various components in total than the U.S. dairy producer and dairy industries had to the Canadian market.
Do these tariffs, I guess, apply not just to milk as such, but to derivative products from milk, butter, cheese, ice cream, heavy cream, etc.?
Right. Well, it's some of the components that milk is broken into has been treated differently, from milk protein concentrates to different products, and so the world of dairy and all of its components really does get complicated, and it would be our hope that this is an area that obviously needs more scrutiny, and it would be very helpful if we had our U.S. trade representative in place, because these are complicated, detailed, but far-reaching actions.
Yeah. I mean, who knew milk could be so complicated? I suppose that shows my own naivete on the topic. But let's just bottom line the viewer here. How much is this costing American dairy farmers in terms of financial disadvantage?
Because this is brand new, it's a little bit hard for me to just do a top-of-the-head estimate at this point. But it certainly is a new development, but it's also a part of what we think is kind of an overall strategy. The Canadians have done, to their credit, they've done a very good job of trying to protect the interests of their dairy producers. In fact, better than the U.S. Government has probably done protecting our dairy producers. And when you look at the numbers, in the last 20 years, in my home state of Nebraska, for example, 9 out of every 10 dairy producers have gone out of business in the last 20 years.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.